You're talking about freedom of movement and autonomy within the therapeutic process, which everyone should be entitled to. But when it comes to pretrial therapy, that can feel a bit more restrictive. And I guess because we haven't gone into the specifics of what that means, it might be unclear for some of the viewers at this stage, but I'm sure we'll go into that. But I guess just to create a bit of a tone of sometimes how challenging it can be to deliver therapy pre-trial.
Yeah. Well, could you say a little bit about what you mean by those two terms? Yeah, they sound really important. Yeah.
Yeah. So super sort of whistle stop tour through the legal system in a sense. So if someone's reported to the police, the police gather sort of your initial evidence, which is a video recorded interview, and they may take sort of other evidence as well. You may have had some forensics done, so sort of taking like medical swabs and things like that. And then there's an investigation that occurs at that stage, which is where the police will send your evidence to the Crown Prosecution Service, and they will apply what's called a two-stage test to see if they're going to carry it forward. So that test is, given the evidence that's been presented, is there at least a chance that a conviction can take place, and also on top of that, is it in the public interest to proceed with taking it to court? So sometimes people only get so far, like to that stage. It doesn't go any further, doesn't go anywhere near court. If it then does proceed to another criminal investigation by the Crown Prosecution Service, then we are talking about potentially going to court at that stage. So at that point as well, it is necessary to declare to the Crown Prosecution Service if you are due to receive or are receiving therapy. And at that stage, there's a few things that need to be considered, which is pretty interesting because, of course, some people may not disclose that they've actually reported to the police until partway through you delivering therapy. They may, through therapy, be confident and empowered enough to say, actually, I do want to report to the police. That makes a bit of a difference. So, but ultimately, I think the good thing that is worth saying is that at the end of the day, it is a client's decision as to whether or not they access therapy pre-trial. So I guess something useful to say here is that the term pre-trial does mean kind of any point throughout the criminal justice process, including going through court and being cross-examined and all that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a few bits to kind of be aware of, I think, really.